Did you know that there is an entire community of people who willingly live without knowing whether or not they re-dead? How do they do it? By completely disconnecting themselves from society, cutting off all communication to the outside world. They build self-sustaining homes and plant food so they don't have to rely on other people to eat. It's called voluntary isolation. And if you want to learn more about it, keep watching. There are some things in life that can make us feel truly alone, heartbroken, betrayed, confused, lost, disappointed. But nothing compares to the feeling of losing someone close to you. When we lose someone, it doesn't mean that our connection with them disappears. If you believe in an afterlife, then that person is still with you in spirit. But how can you prove it? While we humans often try to rationalize death, believing it to be the end of everything, some mysterious cases defy our understanding. Let me tell you about one such case that happened in America in 1964. It was a sunny Saturday afternoon in the small town of Amityville. Residents were going about their daily routines, unaware of the tragedy that would soon unfold. John Rolfe and his wife Mary lived in a modest home on 112 Ocean Avenue. They were like any other married couple, sharing a deep bond of love and affection. However, cracks had formed in their marriage recently, leading John to confide in his brother Peter about his marital issues. He told Peter that he planned to leave Mary, although this knowledge should have remained between brothers. Their conversation became the subject of gossip in the neighborhood. 1 week after John's confession, his lifeless body was discovered in the basement of the family home. The scene was gruesome, with John tied up and gagged before being shot multiple times. The incident sent shockwaves through the tight-knit community. As the police began investigating the crime, rumors started to spread, casting suspicion on everyone, including John's own brother. Peter quickly became the prime suspect and was taken into custody for questioning. Despite having a solid alibi, he vehemently denied involvement in the murder, claiming innocence. The evidence against him was substantial, leaving little doubt in the minds of investigators that he had killed John. Faced with overwhelming proof, Peter confessed to the crime. The confession contained disturbing details about a struggle between him and John, revealing a level of animosity that neighbors had not witnessed before. At trial, Peter pleaded guilty to manslaughter, claiming that he acted in self-defense after John had assaulted him. The court accepted this plea, sentencing him to 20 years in prison, where he served less than 5 before being paroled. While Peter maintained his innocence, many townspeople refused to believe him, labeling him a cold-blooded killer. Peter and his wife moved to Connecticut to start a new life away from the shadow of suspicion. Years passed, but the stigma surrounding Peter persisted, ruining his chances of finding peace. His reputation preceded him, causing him emotional distress and preventing him from moving forward. However, unbeknownst to all, a dark secret had emerged during the investigation, one that linked a different individual to the murder. This news was kept under wraps for nearly half a century until it came to light in 2008, when a journalist uncovered startling evidence. According to the records, Ronald DeFeo, the notorious Long Island serial killer, had been questioned in connection with Rolfe's murder. Ronald was known for his horrifying crimes, targeting women and girls, and he matched the description of a suspicious man seen near Rolfe's house the day of the murder. Furthermore, Ronald's criminal history revealed a pattern of escalating violence, aligning with the brutality of the crime. The police had failed to connect the dots, overlooking Ronald's potential involvement. This revelation opened old wounds and reignited public interest in the case. Many questioned why the police had focused on Peter rather than pursuing Ronald as a suspect. Was it mere coincidence that the police chose the wrong person? Or was there more to the story? The discovery of Ronald's possible link to the crime cast doubt on Peter's conviction, raising questions about the integrity of the investigation. The fact that the police had overlooked such crucial evidence pointed to a flawed process, leaving many to wonder if justice had been served. What's even more surprising is that the evidence against Peter was circumstantial. There were no witnesses, no direct proof that he had committed the crime. The case stood on shaky ground from the beginning. This revelation led to renewed calls for a thorough review of the case, urging authorities to revisit the evidence and determine the truth behind Peter's conviction. The discovery shook the town of Amityville, shattering the illusion of closure that had settled over the years. It brought back memories of the shocking murder and reignited debates about the reliability of eyewitness accounts and the fallibility of the justice system. As the community grappled with this revelation, questions about Peter's innocence echoed through the streets. Many began to question whether he had become a scapegoat, convicted not because he was guilty, but because the police needed someone to blame. The idea that an innocent man had suffered for a crime he didn't commit sent shockwaves through the town. For years, residents had accepted Peter's guilt, but now doubt had been challenging their beliefs and reopening old wounds. Peter's lawyer, William Weber, has been a strong advocate for uncovering the truth. He believes that Peter was wrongfully convicted and is determined to clear his client's name. Weber has tirelessly fought for a reinvestigation, convinced that the evidence against Peter is circumstantial and unreliable. He argues that the police failed to explore other leads, such as Ronald DeFeo's possible involvement, potentially convicting an innocent man. Ronald's criminal profile reveals a disturbing pattern of behavior, including a history of violence against women, which aligns with the brutality of the crime. Witnesses had described the perpetrator as resembling Ronald, further strengthening the connection. Despite this, the police had overlooked Ronald's potential involvement, failing to recognize the link between his criminal profile and the crime scene evidence. The existence of this evidence raises serious questions about the adequacy of the initial investigation. How could the police have missed such crucial connections? Did they overlook Ronald due to his notorious reputation, assuming that he was already behind bars and not capable of committing such a crime? These questions highlight the fallibility of law enforcement and the importance of thoroughness in investigations. The failure to explore all leads resulted in the wrongful conviction of an innocent man, shattering lives and leaving a community divided. Peter's case serves as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of unchecked prejudice. The impact of societal biases on the pursuit of justice is evident in the manner in which the police disregarded witnesses' descriptions of the perpetrator matching Ronald S. appearance. Additionally, the fact that Ronald's criminal record contained escalating levels of violence, including prior assaults on women, should have raised red flags, suggesting a potential for extreme behavior. By failing to consider Ronald's evolving pattern of violence, the police may have missed a crucial opportunity to link him to the crime. Moreover, the fact that Ronald had been questioned but not formally charged allowed him to slip through the cracks of the investigation. The authorities' decision to focus on Peter instead of thoroughly pursuing Ronald as a suspect highlights a critical lapse in their strategy. By neglecting to explore Ronald's involvement, they may have inadvertently let a dangerous criminal evade justice once again. So, what do you think? Do you think Peter is actually innocent? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care and stay curious.